Hello everyone, it's Allie from Titan and welcome back to our channel. I am here with our just only personal break of the day to have another full booster box here of the newest Magic Gathering release, Time Spiral Remastered. This box is for Tim M from Maryland, so thank you so much Tim for letting me open this on up for you. And I hope to find you some awesome Magic cards to add to your collection. Now Time Spiral has been a very fruitful set for us so far. We found a lot of foil mythics, a lot of great foil time-shifted cards as well. We have yet to find a foil Chalice or a foil Thoughtseize, or also Ponder. That's another really great one. So any of those would be a really great find here for Tim. But there's only one way to find out what lies within this box, and that is by going ahead and snapping us into the corner. Now, actually, tomorrow afternoon, I'm thinking, well, I'm not sure if it should be afternoon or evening. Go ahead and let me know your feedback in the comments down below. But I will be doing a live stream, be opening up another half case of Time Spiral Remastered in my Liliana of the Veil cosplay. Now, you guys did get me to that like goal on that video from last Thursday. I linked that up there in the top right-hand corner if you have missed that one. But I did mention there, if we got to 500 likes on that video, we'd go ahead and do a live opening of more Time Spiral this week as Liliana. So my schedule's pretty jam-packed this week, lots of personal breaks. Do, of course, have that live case opening today of a couple, well, more than a couple boxes. 2 cases, 24 boxes of Upper Deck Series 2 hockey. So definitely pretty packed, which is why, we have just an upside-down common here. Upside-down Wrathy Trapper. Interesting. But my schedule is pretty jam-packed, which is why I'm actually doing it tomorrow on Thursday when I'm not normally here. Now, I was here last week for Time Spiral because that was a pretty big event. I'm not normally here on Thursdays, though. Kiki Jiki. That is about $15 time-shifted rare. Very nice. Definitely a lot more value in the time-shifted cards than I'd expected. Now, there are a lot of great reprints in there, but just the old border is really fetching a premium, especially for foils, but the non-foils as well. So definitely a lot of value can be found within a box of Time Spiral. Of course, there's always dud boxes out there. Not every box we've seen here on the channel has been the greatest. Still think that first box we opened up, the one with the light goal, also the one with the most views so far, was absolutely insane. Definitely the greatest box we've had so far. Box number 1 just really was like, wow, Time Spiral is awesome. Of course, not every box is as awesome as that one. That would be pretty insane. But I've been really enjoying all of our Time Spiral openings so far, and I hope you have been as well. Extirpate, Ponder, $23 Ponder right here, and Foil Reclamation Sage. Okay, Foil Reclamation Sage. I feel like I did not pronounce that right the first time. Reclamation Sage, I feel like is how that came out. But time-shifted foil. Now, we've seen a lot of 2 foil boxes, kind of slowed down as of recent. But I have noticed the boxes where we pull a time-shifted foil pretty early on do tend to find a second one, so maybe we'll find a second one for Tim. But that is actually our first foil, aside from the Virulent Sliver. We haven't had a foil rare as foil mythics. And like I said, first time-shifted foil of the box. I think the average comes out to about 1.3 time-shifted foils per box. We have Jaya and Harvester of Souls. So you can have boxes with 2. Most of the time you're going to get 1, and unfortunately you can get a box that has 0. It hasn't happened to us just quite yet. Won't be happening here, so that's a good sign. But it can happen, unfortunately. Especially since most of the hype of the set is being able to pull things like a foil Thoughtseize or foil Chalice. Even foil Ponders are nuts, around $250 last time I checked for just foil Ponders. So definitely a lot of great cards, and then to open a box that doesn't have one, be like, yeah, not feeling so good there when that happens. But we do have a lot more boxes still to open up here on the channel. A queue of personal breaks, as well as tomorrow's live half case. So hopefully we can make it through still without seeing any boxes that are missing a foil time-shifted. That is the goal, that is the goal. I mean, the goal also is to pull foil Thoughtseize. That hasn't happened yet, but I will take not having a box with 0 foils. That would be good. That would be good too. Today is a pretty busy day. I'm actually filming this earlier on in the afternoon. We have Vesuvian Shapeshifter. I don't know why. I'm just dropping H's. It's going to be one of those days, huh? But anyways, I'm actually filming this first. We're still waiting on UPS for our deliveries of hockey and opening day baseball. I'm thinking I'll probably get that opening day baseball uploaded first, and then this will be the last video of the day. But while I'm waiting on those, particularly the hockey for that dual live case opening, I decided I'd go ahead and film this video. That way, hopefully, it could be up at a reasonable time, just because these videos do take a long time. Longer videos take longer to export, process, and then upload as well. Monastery Swiss Spear, another really nice time-shifted card. Ancestral Vision is our first mythic. Felden of the Third Path. Hivestone, Feather the Redeemed. Sedge Sliver, Bajuga Bog, and Foil Dune Rider Outlaw. Safi Eric's Daughter and Zealous Conscripts. I actually was setting up my calendar because I do have this new fancy calendar. If you guys can see, I do show it off during the live streams. I like giving you guys weekly updates on if any release dates have been moved. But I was getting it set up for April, seeing as that we're at the end of March. And I was like, all right, well, there's not much left on the schedule for this month, so I'll just go ahead and get that set up for next month. Regular Reclamation Sage, Harmonic Sliver. There is a ton of products coming out in April. It is going to be absolutely slammed. I actually typed out the full list in the pre-stream chat earlier for the case opening, and it took, like, you know, which is actual, because you have a 200 character limit. It actually took me 3 whole paragraphs to get through it all. But I also didn't realize, I mean, I should have guessed with spoiler season going on right now, but I didn't realize Strixhaven came out in a couple weeks. April 23rd is the scheduled release day for Strixhaven. So the newest standard set for Magic, and I was like, Time Spiral just came out, what? And it's like, well, Time Spiral's a specialty set. It's like, well, Call Time did come out, you know, a little bit ago at this point, Remand. But I was not anticipating it coming out so soon. It really caught me off guard. I was like, oof, yeah, that's quite soon. But there's just a jam-packed month. I mean, we'll see what actually comes out. Upper Deck has a handful of products that are scheduled for this month, and, you know, Upper Deck's been notorious for pushing stuff back recently, so we'll see. There are also a lot of Topps and Panini releases, and I expect those to come out, maybe not, you know, like the exact day, like if it's a Wednesday. It might get pushed to Friday. That happens not too infrequently, but I'm still expecting a ton of stuff coming out this month. And we'll have some of our first ever openings of different things. Formula 1 Chrome from Topps is scheduled for the 7th. So, not next Wednesday, the Wednesday after. Our first ever Formula 1 openings here on the channel. We're getting in 2 cases of that, which is very surprising. I thought we were getting 1. We ended up getting 2. Also, our first ever first edition Flesh and Blood opening, Monarch, is scheduled for the 30th. So that'll be cool when that comes out. Open up a box of First Ed Monarch. Pull a cold foil, hopefully. I've never done that before. Only had unlimited boxes. Actually, not necessarily the first time I've opened it here on the channel, but first time I'll be opening a new release for you guys. Final Fantasy Opus 13 was supposed to be coming out this month, did get pushed until, looks like, the 30th as well. So Flesh and Blood Monarch and Final Fantasy Opus 13 are scheduled for right now, the same day. Have a Wastes snapback foil. So that'll be like our first, like, a new release date celebration for Final Fantasy. And just a ton of baseball, football, basketball. A lot of soccer, actually. Impeccable Soccer, Bundesliga Chrome. Hopefully Marvel Black Diamond finally comes out. Several hockey products are scheduled for the month. And I think that covers everything. So, hey, Sliver Legion, welcome back, my friend. Llanowar Mentor. Very nice. Very nice mythic. Already back up to almost $60 on the Sliver Legions. So, pretty nice, pretty nice. It does, I mean, I know I keep saying it in every video, but it makes sense. The box prices are going up. Makes sense for the singles to follow. So if you missed out on scooping up some nice Commander staples, or singles, legacy stuff, if you wanted, like right around set release weekend is usually when stuff, whoop, and then it goes back up. It's gone up a lot more than I expected, so kind of missed the dip window, but still some really, really excellent reprints in this set. I'm very pleased. Bossman is stashing away a bit. We will be running draft events, I mean, assuming everything goes well, towards probably the summer and then later on in the year. I mean, I don't know. The summer is kind of like a hopeful. We'll see. We are a physical card shop located in Pinellas Park, Florida. Eternal Witness. So, you know, it's a set mainly made for draft purposes. They're literally draft boosters. Should be a very fun draft set. So hopefully we'll get some of those events running later in the year. That'll be fun. We're hopeful for when Modern Horizons 2 comes out to be able to actually host an in-store pre-release. But we'll see. Public safety is more important, but still, I know a lot of you, myself included, are getting antsy. We want events. I know Tappa was leaving a comment because I was like, no one can really do anything unless you live in like New Zealand. Tappa's like, I went to a draft event this weekend. I'm like, man, Tappa's out here living the life for us. Because Tappa's from New Zealand, so that'll be very exciting when we get to that. But for the time being, I'll just keep opening packs on the internet. I mean, I'm having a good time. Would love to have, you know, events, share the experience with you guys, but, you know, digital's okay for purposes like this. But I am fully expecting to be putting in a lot of overtime that's not necessarily overtime next month. Lots of exciting product releases, so I'm definitely not complaining, but I'm like, woo, that is a busy schedule. Busy, busy, busy. Coalition Relic, Lavinia. We've only had one foil. We haven't had, well, all right, excluding commons and uncommons, one foil. Typically, we're seeing, if we have two foil time shifted, we get one foil rare or mythic. Otherwise, we get two foil rares or mythics, and then the one foil time shifted. We haven't seen any of those other key foils we're hunting. We've only had two mythics so far. Now, we are a little past the halfway point of the box. But definitely, those should be turning up soon. Turning up shortly here for Tim. Looks like we have our foil rare. We have Dralnu Lich Lord. Alright. Question is, will we see another foil of these or foil of these? Also, place your bets in the comment section down below. Will I pull a foil Thoughtseize live tomorrow? Initially, I was like, I want to pull a foil Yawgmoth. I broke out the playmat. I want to see a foil Yawgmoth. And then we literally hit the foil Yawgmoth in the first box. That was nuts. Along with the foil Sliver Legion, regular Sliver Legion, Damnation, bunch of other crazy stuff. We have a Gemstone Caverns here, looking at some nice mythics. I'm very surprised on how cheap Ancestral Visions is. I know when I first saw that card, I got really excited, because I remember when that card was over $20. Apparently, it's like super cheap. I'm still excited to pull Ancestral Vision. Like, that's a good card. And I also keep adding an S to the end of Vision. It's not plural. Ancestral Vision. There is one vision. There are not multiple visions. As much as the Scarlet Witch would like there to be another vision. That's not how that works. I have not seen WandaVision yet. I'm just memeing. But and it looks like I'm not going to have time to watch WandaVision in April. I'll just say that much is for sure. But I'm excited for a lot of those products. A lot of crazy stuff. Like, I know a lot of people are like, Time Spiral is super expensive. It's like over $300 bucks a box. And it's like, yeah, National Treasures Football this year is pre-selling for $5 grand. I remember when that product used to be 500 bucks. 7 cards. 7 or 8. Somewhere in there. 7 or 8 cards a box. One of those two, for sure. $5,000. I always think you guys could be worse. Could be worse. Whew. Whew. Magic could be much worse. Much, much, much worse. Heartwood Storyteller, Arcades. Tombstalker and Mystic Confluence. Speaking of cons, in the confluence. I wonder when, I know some places are scheduling conventions for in the summer and later. I wonder when we're going to get any local conventions, and even if they do start hosting them, I don't know when I'll be feeling ready to go. I just want to go prowl around some vendors' halls. I just want to see cool anime figures. I want to see cool waifu stuff that I probably shouldn't buy. But, like, I've never seen that before. Let me grab it. I just want to go back to conventions. I mean, that's what I always like. Usually, like, I'll even, at this point, whenever I feel comfortable going, I'll even pay to go to a convention. Usually, I'll only go if I know someone who can get me free tickets. Because that's all I do, is, like, I don't really go to panels. You know, I mean, Star Wars Celebration's different. I went to that in 2017. Didn't wait for any panels, but, like, there was a lot of stuff there that I was excited to check out. Especially, like, the autograph hall and whatnot. So that's different. But, like, in general, like, MegaCon, Tampa, and Orlando, MetroCon as well for MetroCon is the anime convention in Tampa. Like, I'm not interested in the panels. Like, sorry, I don't care. Like, a lot of fan panels, fan run stuff. I'm like, I'm not here. I don't care for your guys' events. I just want to pilfer what the vendors got. I want to look for rare stuff. I want to look to add to my Clamp Anime Cell collection. I want to look for random old figures that I missed out on initially, and then like, ooh, someone has it. You know, like, I'm looking for rare stuff. I don't want to pay money to go spend money. That just seems like anti to my purposes. Like, why? Like, I wish you could just go to the vendor's hall without having to buy a ticket. Like, only special access to the vendor. Like, special free ticket you download. And then if you want to get to the other areas, you have to, like, scan a pass or something like that. I would prefer that. Like, I just don't want to spend money to go have the luxury of spending money. Or store balance, Mythic number 4, Silence, and Rebuff the Wicked. So that's why I'm like, I'm very cheap in some aspects. Like, when I find something I want to throw money down on, it's like, yeah, better not get in my way. But there's some things that just, like, I don't know, I just, some things I refuse. You have Damnation. So, aside from Star Wars Celebration, I have never actually paid to go to a convention. It's like, oh, I want to go to this. It's like, oh, can't get free tickets. Not going. Not going. Not worth it. So, to be fair, I'm not, like, doing weird stuff to get these free tickets. Local shop, Anime Fix, down in St. Petersburg, Florida. AnimeFix.com, if you guys are interested. I am now the longest running customer there, 12, almost 13 years. So I'm good friends with Bobby, the owner. Be like, yo, Bobby, you got some tickets? Because sometimes they will send tickets. Usually I have to go on a day where it's like he has an extra vendor pass. Or, like, sometimes MegaCon just hands out free tickets to potential vendors. Even if you're not a vendor there, like, sometimes they'll just send tickets and to, like, do giveaways and stuff and be like, hey, give me some of that. That's usually how that happens. And it was like, well, it doesn't work out, not going. So, but I actually am craving the crowd experience, and then I'll go and be like, why did I do this? But I will actually buy a ticket to go to a convention whenever I'm comfortable. So, this was a very unnecessary detail about my life that I felt necessary to share with you guys, but it got us through the end of this time spiral box here for Tim. So let's get that out of the way. And now we can go into a recap. I'm looking at our stack of mythics here. And I'm pretty sure this is the same weird stack of mythics that we had 2 boxes this past weekend for Brandon R. 2 boxes in a row that had, I believe it was these exact 4, both boxes. One box had 4, one had 5. Each box had the same 4 mythics, and then one had an extra. No, the extra was the Gemstone Cavern. Unless it was a different white mythic. I don't know, maybe it was a Crovax instead. But there was a Visions, a Legion, and a Damnation. And then one box had the extra Gemstone Cavern. So, like, this seems to be a pretty popular combo of mythics, if, like I said, my memory serves me. But we actually did get bamboozled on a second foil rare. Unless I am super confused. I don't know where it would have went, but it looks like we actually did just get the one foil rare here in this box. Drowning Lichlord. Foil rare. For our sleeved up time-shifted card, they did sleeve our full Reclamation Sage. I do believe we found one of these, but I don't remember how much it was. Seems like the majority of the foils that I don't know how much they are typically in like the $45 to $55 range. On the low end, I think foil time-shifted is like low end now is like $20, $25. I don't think I've ever seen a time-shifted card out of this product less than $20. Like, I think bare minimum $19.99 for a foil, which is just insane when you think about it. And then, like I said, the Ponder here, last we sold ours, we had one left, sold at $23.69. I mentioned this in a video, I think, on Monday night. Our TCG player employee has discovered if you list Magic cards, if it's like about a $4 card, if you go ahead and list it at $4.20, someone will buy it. Anything else, you just do it in whatever dollar amount, 69 cents, it will sell. Better than if it was actually matched bottom lowest price. Someone will just pay extra to buy a card that ends in 69 cents. So if you're listing stuff on TCG Player, pro tip. And he says, like, if you know Magic players, this should just be a known thing. And I'm like, well, haha, funny numbers makes money. I can't complain. For our Mythics, we have the Runaway Ancestral Vision, just a single. We have Sliver Legion, Restore Balance, Damnation, and Gemstone Caverns. So 5 there. Seems like we're seeing 4 and 5 Mythics a lot. Occasionally you'll have a box that has 3, which is kind of sad, but it does happen. I haven't seen less than 3. For our regular rares, let's take a peek here. Most boxes we are seeing an Urborg, Tomb of Yawgmoth. I do not believe we found one here. Did see Life and Limb. Also had Tolaria West, Extirpate, Slaughter Pact. And for our regular Time Shifted, I do remember seeing the nice red pair Kiki-Jiki, as well as Monastery Mentor. Manifold Key Foils are like $45-50 too. Was not expecting that. Blighted Woodlands are about $30 on the foils. Eternal Witness Singular are about $8. Wastes are $5. So definitely nice value here in these. Also had a Remand. These Time Shifted cards. Like I said, holding value a lot better than I thought they would, especially when you compare it to like regular printing. But of course, you know, even if a regular Dovid's Veto is like 50 cents on a good day, it's not an old border. So, I mean, I always say I don't understand like the obsession with old border. Then I'm also like, well, I also, when I used to play Yu-Gi-Oh, I was like, I want everything to be first edition max rarity. So it makes sense. I understand it. I personally wouldn't be like shelling out all the change for old borders, but you know what? I will admit the foils look nice. I do like the foils better than the regular. I did start getting into Magic after old border had already been phased out, so I don't have any kind of like attachment to it in particular. I do like the way the artifacts look. Not crazy about the lands because they confuse me sometimes. I'm like, this is an artifact. No, it's a land. Same color though. But I really do like the way old border artifacts look. I will give them credit for that. But that does it for this box here for Tim. I do think we had a very nice box. Like I said, Sliver Legion back up to almost over $60. Gemstone Cavern, very nice. Damnation, I like the Vision. Restore Balance, I still have no clue how much that is. I feel like we see it a lot though, so maybe not the greatest. But always nice to see a Ponder. Nice cards in here. And a couple of names in the rares as well. So that does it for this box here for Tim. Thank you so much, Tim, for letting me open this on up for you. Really hope you enjoyed the opening and love all these new additions to your collection. Of course, all of you out there watching, I hope you enjoyed it too. If you did, don't forget to go ahead and hit that like button. Comments for me, leave those down below. And of course, if you're not yet part of the Titan Cards family, we'd love to have you with us. Make sure you go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Also, before I get on out of here, because I do want to, I keep my phone on airplane mode, I do want to check and see if Bossman has updates on the deliveries. So I do want to wrap this up pretty quickly. Before I get on out of here, I do have to give a big shout out to all of our channel members. Thank you so much, you guys, for going above and beyond with your support of the channel. We really, truly do appreciate it. Do have 6 Black Label fans, and in Bounty Hunter Breaks, Epicenter Gaming, Sean F., Stephen Olivo, and Stephen Bly. We also do have 9 Gem Mint fans, Alberto M., Anthony Basileo, Chris Rivers, D. Vaughn, Dusty Archuleta, Geriatric Geek, Jake Ryan OC, Joe Howell, and Michael C. Thank you so much, you guys, for your above and beyond support, like I was mentioning. And all members do have their names shown on screen at the end of every single video. But that'll do it for me for videos here today on Wednesday. Like I said earlier on, we'll be back again tomorrow with a half-case live stream, Liliana the Veil cosplay of Time Spiral, and also be squeezing in some more Time Spiral personal breaks just because I do want to get them out. I know there is a long personal break waiting queue, so I do want to try and move through things as quickly as possible without sacrificing quality. So I figured adding some more videos on Thursday would help with that bottleneck. But that is it for me here. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. Take care, stay safe, and hope to catch you in the next video. Bye!